Your Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
And then one of the first attorney that I got the ineffective assistance counsel on, he fucked over me. That's David Gerke, he fucked over me. John Crawley, he fucked over me. Maureen Sire, she fucked over me.
His name sounding Jewish.
You know what I'm saying? Like these attorneys, Mike Conley, he fucked over me. But it was
Like Conley from out here?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
He from out there.
I know that name.
But it was Neil Fox. Neil Fox, a very, very good attorney. One of the top attorneys out there. He's actually from Chicago, but he been working as an attorney for over 30 plus years. And what made me pick him is he actually came up there to visit me. And when he came to visit me, he sat me down. And he said, "You listen to opera?" And I said, "Nah, why you asking me if I listen to opera?" And he said, because opera music is more gangster than what the shit that you spitting. And I said, that's why in the mafia movies, they always be at the opera. He said, yeah, because in those times, the opera people would be singing about the shit that was going on with the mob. So when you hear them up there, Lord, Lord,
Yeah.
they really talking about some gangster shit.
They always play that when the nigga eating the bowl of spaghetti and the red wine right before he gets splatted.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Nigga ain't pulling up talking about, I'm about to knock this nigga down.
Right. And that's what made me like, fuck with him. And he was like, it's not about your innocence. He said, I'm here to fight for you because I got a personal vendetta against a system that abuses its power. Against a lot of fellas like yourself. You see what I'm saying? So for everybody that thinking, like, it take a bag, because it's a lot of cats that's in prison right now that don't have the resources that I had.
Right.
I had friends and relationships. Not to mention, I'm gonna fuck you up with this one. Nigga, they really was getting mad because Auntie Mama Lynch was coming up there to visit me. Her and D and everybody, because
Right.
Marshawn at the time, Marshawn would have came and visited me, but he was having a surgery in Philly.
Okay.
Remember,
okay.
he had
I
the
remember
hernia.
that, yeah.
Right, so
yeah.
he would have came, but he sent this love.
Yeah.
But when the COs and the prosecutor said, when they convicted me, he raised my bail to $10 million. And the judge dropped the paper and said, why are you raising his bail so high? And the motherfucker gonna say, we've been listening to his phone calls and we know he has resources.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? So it's really a petty and evil, devious motherfucking
Really,
game
it
that
really
they
is.
play.
It really
you know what
is.
I'm saying? In order to win that case and do the things that they need to do. So you cats out here thinking that just because you got a bag, that that's a good resource to have. Save your money, because one day it might save you. But at the end of the day, know what you fighting up against,
Right.
and learn how to fight that shit. Learn what that language means. Learn that one comma over here and one exclamation point over here, or one apostrophe over here can change everything in one paragraph just from those different points and dots and numbers and commas and apostrophes and things like that. So, just to name a few, there was a lot of people that held me down and supported me. My brother Shadow, you know what I'm saying? Who?
Royce.
Oh yeah, my nigga Royce. I was getting ready to say Royce.
Shout out Royce.
I was getting ready to say Royce. What's the name from Sacramento? Smash Mouth, T Madness. You know what I'm saying? Like Derek. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of individuals that held a cat. Dave, my partner Dave, LV from Oak Park. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of individuals and family members and my sons and that held me down when I got down to my last wit's end. But I tell you, before that, I didn't ask nobody for nothing. And another thing that I didn't do, I didn't want nobody to be hollering free juice. But I gotta tell this story. Philthy Rich and Prezi do an album together. And on the album, Philthy Rich say, free juice, sipping on juice. Send a nigga some pictures, the least you can do. Philthy signed the visit for him and all of that shit. He did all of the, when I talked to him, he gave up his information, all the shit to come visit a nigga, all the shit, right? When he did that, that shit went through all of the penitentiaries out there. Niggas was singing that shit on the yard. Like, I'd be walking by, niggas would be going, free juice, sipping on juice. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was, like, and then I found out what it was, and I was like, damn.
Shout out Phil.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga gave it up for a nigga. And Mozzie. Mozzie did the video with Banner.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The loafing.
I remember that.
And they had the free juice
Had
on,
the
and they
free
was
juice,
dancing to my verse and all that shit. So niggas did their part. You know what I'm saying? Larry June gave it up for me. My Uncle Juice, Boys of Fullies, woo woo woo. You know, in his interviews and shit, styling, giving it up. So niggas gave it up. So I'm not really so concerned with the niggas who didn't give it up or the people who didn't give it up. I'm grateful for the ones who did.
Yeah. Shout out to all of them.
And the ones who didn't, and you know you should, and the ones who didn't fuck with me, and you know you should, it's all good.
The man back. Before we get out of here, speaking of that, last one is the new music.
Yeah.
It's on the way.
Right. Shout out to my son, man.
D been trying to tease features, man. He been giving me secrets. He been. I figured it out, nigga. I ain't gonna say it, nigga. He just keep telling me they ain't from around here. A lot of niggas, there's a couple niggas that made the album from around here, but this new music, how do you come out of prison, make shit so good, stay relevant, stay youthful, and all the shit you doing? Is it because that's always who Juice is and was?
Well, first and foremost, you know, rest in peace to my son that I lost from
in
COVID.
peace.
You know, Twan Bugsy. I love you, boy. That's my motivation. It's definitely in me, not on me, but I got a chip on my shoulder. I got something to prove. And I got a phone call from an artist, you know, I ain't gonna say their name, but they got on my line and they was like, what you doing, you good? And I'm like, yeah, you know, he like, well, nigga, you must not be because you ain't dropped nothing. Like, nigga, you need to drop. Nigga, I know you, nigga. Like, nigga, you could outwork everybody. He like, nigga, you could do an album in a day. Because you got to remember, before I went to prison, you know what it was.
Knocking them motherfuckers out.
Even Burner said that I was the reason that he did collaborations. You see what I'm saying? So now it's just like I have a fresh start. I love what the game is offering now. You know, I figured out what this internet shit is about, and constantly growing and learning and changing with it as it grows. And if the internet was what it was back then, we'd be a lot richer today. But unfortunately, it's not. And so the talent and the gift that I have and the motivation that's coming from the Most High and the things that I've been through that's just, you know, constantly, you know, knocking me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking all of that and I'm putting it on wax. And the thing about it, like I said, Fab told me, don't be scared to tell your story. So I ain't holding nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. So none of you niggas out here, when y'all hear my album, nigga, don't get offended by facts.
Right.
Don't get offended by the truth unless you can tell me that I that something that I'm saying is not truthful. But you're not going to be able to, because anything that I'm talking about, what they say, receipts, I got receipts on all of that shit. Video footage on all of that shit. Documentation on all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Is you gonna let some of that old footage go?
Hell yeah.
We need it.
I'm bringing out all the old footage.
We need that.
I'm going in my garage, nigga, and I'm bringing out
We need
old
that.
shit.
You got more shit than a little bit, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, man. This is this is a bucket list interview, man. For me, you know, I am a purist when it comes to hip hop. I'm a purist when it comes to where we from. I'm so proud to be from the Bay Area, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud to be from Oakland. I love my city niggas. I love Richmond nigga. I love San Jose. I love every part of the Bay, even the parts they say that ain't the Bay. I love all y'all because we come from a situation where this ain't Hollywood. Niggas think we in California, but this ain't Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And making it up out this motherfucker to make some noise and be heard is super rare. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for you to do what you did, for you to lay the bricks that you laid for the rest of us, for me to even be able to do journalism, you know what I'm saying? All of y'all, like, you know, you in that category. Like, and that's why I mentioned being humble, because I don't think in your conscious mind you think of yourself that way. You just think of I'm just Juice and I'm still doing it. But we on the outside of you looking at you is like, this nigga, this figure, this dude who did all of these things and made his way around the country that people love. Right. And so that's why this show exists. You know what I'm saying? Because of guys like you. You know, like niggas give me credit for doing journalism, but it's more than that. I just do my due diligence on the stories that already exist.
Right.
These stories are here. I'm just a highlighter.
You just like,
yeah, I'm just highlighting the pages in the book. Yeah, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, with being responsible. You know what I'm saying? And man, like I said, man, this has been a great interview. I appreciate you, man. I can't wait to hear more. I can't wait to see where you flourish as an executive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, like, you know, and I appreciate you, you know, for it's an honor to do this interview and for you to do and for your journalism. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a podcast, nigga. You're a journalist. And you're allowing me to speak and you're not shushing me. Yeah. Or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're allowing me to speak. And you know, I don't really got nothing bad to say about nobody. I'm just speaking my truth. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you know, just again with that question, it's a gift that's effortless, right? And I got this ambition and I'm still hungry like a young nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I love what I do. I love the passion of it. And I want to be a part of the Bay, getting back to the Bay. See what I'm saying? Because when we was popping, if you young niggas in the game want to have it the way that we was having it and be able to do, not just be Bay famous, you know what I'm saying? And only doing shows in California, but really getting out here and doing shows from here to Houston, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have that ambition and that love for it, and you have to be hungry. And I want to be a part of bringing that back because we got our own thing, my nigga. Man. We was one of the main, the Bay Area was one of the main motherfuckers in the industry, if not number 2 or number 3 out of that top 5. We was one of the meccas for creating our own sound. Now a lot of cats thinking that they're gonna make it if they sound like the Migos, or they're gonna make it if they sound like niggas from Detroit, or they're gonna make it if they sound like these niggas over here. But if I'm from the Migos, I don't wanna do a song with you if you trying to sound like me. I'm gravitating to you because of who you sound like. And we used to come out the house and hear people in the Bay playing the Bay. Not come out the house and hear cats in your own neighborhood playing some nigga from somewhere else. And I'm not knocking nobody else's music, but the Bay got to get back to the Bay. That's a fucking fact. And I can never leave the Bay because we got too much game. That's a fucking fact, man. Too much game. Man, again, great interview. Great. Can you, before we get out of here, what I need you to drop your social medias. Oh, my social media is TheRealGuce. That's The Real Juice. The Real Juice Instagram, The Real Juice Twitter, The Real Juice YouTube. It's all The Real Juice. Email, The Real Juice. Everything The Real Juice, except for my Facebook, is I Am Juice. Motherfucking hacker stole The Real Juice. Yeah. So, you know, just look up The Real Juice, man, and come on that Instagram. It ain't but one, man. Ain't but one Guce, man. And this been another great interview. I'm Lord Rab on everything. We know Vultures on everything. Come on. Man, shout out to D. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cheap. Shout out No Sucker Shit. Shout out my nigga Shani for opening us up with this shit right here, man. Calling the mayor and telling her we need one of the facilities because we got a motherfucking legend coming through this motherfucker and we cannot play no games. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Shout out to Ken on the boards over there. And once again, like I said, man, respect this legend. Give him his flowers. You see him in the street, acknowledge him. You can't get to him. Hit his Instagram, hit his Facebook, hit his Twitter. Let him know what you feel about him, what you did to his music. You might have got your first piece of pussy. You might have got married. You might have got a divorce to his music. But whatever you did, he's a walking, living, breathing legend, man. And we got to respect it. So once again, thank you, bro. Yeah, it's all love. And we gone.
Stay on blue. I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil'